What is good, boys? Welcome to today's trade recap. I did not take anything today, so let's go over it. So going into the day, I had a bullish bias. We were displacing higher after tapping a daily gap, and we had opened up this 4-hour fair value gap, and also 1 hour fair value gap. So we displaced higher from a 4-hour fair value gap and a daily gap. Being here, this was also a daily fair value gap. We are currently trading within a 4-hour and hourly gap. We took London highs in pre-market, but we still have Asia highs, which was the buy side. Uh, well, no, yeah, Asia highs and this buy side. Resting higher and close to buy side. We have a 15-minute intermediate low, which was this one right there. Curcio sweeping that and then going higher. We do have low resistance liquidity lower, like all of these lows right here. So if we start displacing through the hourly fair value gap and forward fair value gap, then I could expect the low resistance liquidity to be the draw. So we didn't have any news today. What ended up happening at open, we just kind of like went lower. We ended up just fucking chopping all of that amount. We did sweep the 50-minute intermediate low at open, and then we got this 1 minute inverse right here. So this was a valid trade that you could have taken. I didn't take it just because ES was all the way up here already. Like, so all of the targets were like taken by ES, and also this would have been a break-even trade either way because you would have gone break-even at the high right there, and then boom, break-even. So I just wasn't really a big fan of it. We chopped around for a bit. We formed the barcode pattern, and yeah, we ended up going lower. And I really wanted us to see us sweep this hourly intermediate low, so this low inside of this hourly gap. We didn't get that though, and we did end up inversing this forward fair value gap and the hourly fair value gap. So when that happened, I was low-key more bearish, but we ended up just pumping. Um, we got this 5-minute inverse off of this 15-minute fair value gap right here, but I really wanted us to see us sweep this low at least, and we didn't get that. And for me to turn bullish after we inverse this hourly fair value gap and forward fair value gap, this 5-minute fair value gap was like the first step of it. Um, I wanted us to see us get an inverse, start displacing higher, and then open up a 5-minute condition, and then go long from there, like tap a 5-minute fair value gap, and then get an inverse out of it, and then long. But we didn't get that. Then we ended up getting, I ended up taking 2 trades on my eval though, so I'll show that. Um, we ended up getting an SMT here with Asia highs, not this buy side though. And then boom, there was this, the first short that I took, which wasn't the best. I ended up taking 3 trades actually. So on my eval. Okay, so we took, we had an SMT at the high. Did we also have an internal? Yeah, we also had an internal SMT, and then boom, we got this 1-minute inverse right here, targeting on-field 5-minute fair value gap right here. And yeah, I ended up getting stopped out. I didn't risk much. I only risked like 500 because I knew that it wasn't the best because the draw was still higher on ES. Uh, it's not really like that good of a structure because we're kind of uh we were like around here and like disrespecting this hourly fair value gap right there. But I did see that we were like inside this 50-minute fair value gap, so I was like, I wanted to give it a try, a shot, and then I got stopped out, and then we got another mech with a similar idea, but we ended up generating. Let me just take out this because you can really see it. With a similar idea, we ended up generating low resistance liquidity, so this was slightly better when we got the 1-minute inverse right here. And yeah, this was a trade on my evil though. Then boom, we ended up dumping to my take profit on one candle. So that was alright. And then the second trade that I took, it was right after. It was this 1-minute inverse. We ended up tapping this 15-minute fair value gap, also 5-minute fair value gap. We got an SMT with this 5-minute fair value gap right here. And then boom, another 1-minute inverse to the upside. and cheeky AMD kind of like we got the accumulation right here, manipulation, and then no distribution, but yeah, AMD I guess. And then put 1 minute inverse, so that is when I went long on my eval. I didn't take anything on my founder just because like bro, we displaced lower 130 points and then back up the same like 120 points, and then it was near the end of the session, so I just didn't really want to take anything. And so yeah, either way it would have been a break-even trade even though NQ was super choppy. So I was gonna target this high right here, so have something like this. I was gonna go break even at this high, and then I was gonna go break even once he took this high right here, and we ended up taking it. Well, like right here, I think. I mean, we made equal highs, but I think I just closed a break even though right here because I just didn't want to be on this trade anymore. Yeah, so that is pretty much it. I'll show you guys here. Okay, I closed a break even on this candle right here once yes took it. And so yeah, um, that's pretty much it for this day. Like the idea of this 5 minute inverse was valid since we were respecting this 15-minute fair value gap, and we were also before like once you got the inverse, we were also still respecting this hourly fair value gap and forward fair value gap. Like we hadn't closed just yet under it. You see, we closed at 9:55. Um, so if we had displaced higher, we would have ended up respecting that William forward fair value gap. So bounce, so it was a valid trade that you could have taken. But once we got the 4 hour and hourly close, is kind of meh. And so yeah, ended up playing out though. Sorry. Yeah, that is it for today. The founder so far one loss this week. This week hasn't been the greatest, and yeah, really not that much bias on this week to be honest. I mean, and for tomorrow I'll probably just be uh, maybe bearish, bro. We swept this high, displacing lower, even though like it is because of Nvidia earnings. But yeah, I mean, we still have a lot of time until tomorrow morning. So yeah, so that is it for today, boys, and peace out.